everybody. This is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. And this is episode number 74. I'm getting up there. Pretty soon I'll be at the century mark. So thanks everybody for watching. I have two special guests today. One's a first timer sitting next to me. Another one's a first timer, but accompanying him is somebody you guys will all know. But I always start out the podcast with saying, if you are a real estate agent or a vendor in the area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com, and we'll get you on the calendar. And I couldn't do the podcast if it wasn't for Jennifer Smice, the area vice president, Caitlin Korner, Devaney Devon, and Kate Cannon, the escrow officers in the Sugar Land and Richmond area. Or office, as well as our support staff, the assistants, processors, everybody. So thank you guys. So getting started, this smiley young lady right here next to me, this is Kim McCormick. She is with Compass Realty and first timer on the podcast, fairly new agent, not brand new, but hadn't been around for 25 million years.
Right.
So tell everybody who you are and a little bit about yourself real quick.
I am a wife, have two
What's your
children.
Name? What's your name?
Kim McCormick. You already said that. So why do I need to introduce myself?
Because I want to hear from you.
Oh, well, they already know. And nobody's going to know my first name.
Kim?
Mm-mm.
Why?
No, because I hate that name.
You hate your first name?
I do.
That's a different podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
I was a flight attendant for United for 23 years.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Steve Rosenberg. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then I am married to my high school sweetheart.
Oh, that doesn't happen that often, does it?
No.
Nice.
And then I have two children.
Uh-huh.
A daughter that lives in Denver, and she has two children.
Mm-hmm.
And then my son is newly married, and he lives in Denver also. Everybody decided to move.
Everybody decided to move to Denver. And I believe you also have one or two or a couple of fur babies that like to cause problems at your house.
Yes, they are boxers. I have one that's humongous. His name is Jack. And then the other one is Pepper, and she's the older, slower one. And yes, they cause havoc, as I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And so you were a flight attendant. How long were you a flight attendant?
23 years.
23 years.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a country that you haven't been to? Were you domestic or international?
I was domestic.
Domestic. Okay. Is there a state that you haven't been to?
Not really.
Not really?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Everywhere we flew, I think I've been.
Is there a state that you would not recommend anybody go to?
I'm not saying.
So the answer is yes, but she's not going to say what it is.
I'm not saying. Mm-mm.
Why did you decide to get into real estate?
It has been a passion of mine forever. Even when we were first married, we bought and sold a lot of real estate. Mm-hmm. And so also we had a house that had 2 garage apartments, and it was the vehicle that allowed me to stay home for a short period of time with my children. Okay. And so we saw the great benefit that it brought in. So we lived in the house almost basically free. And
really?
So that gave the passion. And then my husband got his real estate license, but he was too busy at work. And then I decided on a whim to get mine. And so he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've always wanted to do this." And he said, "Great, go make the money."
Cool. So how long have you actually been licensed?
Since 2012.
Wait a minute. I thought you were a new agent.
Well, I'm not, but I am. Because when I'm flying, we're up in the air, and
So you've been doing it part-time are you doing it full-time now?
I am now.
So you're not flying, you're not a flight attendant?
No, I retired.
You retired?
Yes. They asked if we wanted to leave during the pandemic, and I said, yes. What will you give me? And they gave me a lot.
And you said
I said bye. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because no one was flying during the pandemic, so
No.
they couldn't afford to pay anybody.
No.
Awesome. And so 2012,
Mm-hmm.
did you make the right decision?
Oh, absolutely. I love it. It's amazing. I can't get enough, first of all, the education that I have, and then the people that I meet. And I don't know, there's just so many things about it. And the ability to help people find a home, and the look on their face when they first walk in the door and they know it's theirs. It is a joy that I live over and over again, because I remember my first home and how excited I was about it.
Yeah.
And so with that, I just get to live it over and over again with them.
What, since you've been an agent for quite a while now, I'm sure you've done buys, sells, leases, whole 9 yards. What's your favorite type of transaction? What type of agent do you like to work with?
Listing.
Listing? Really?
Listing.
Awesome. Well, I like it when you're a listing agent too, because
Oh,
we
I
can
bet
work
you do.
together. Yeah, we can work together. Why? Why listings? Why listings versus being a buyer's agent? Or not that you wouldn't help someone buy a house, but
Right,
why,
right.
why is it your favorite?
It just fits my personality, I guess. It's because I get to go, I get to see the house, I get to talk to the people, and they might have lived there a short period of time or a long period of time, and you get to know the heart of the people. And you do with buyers representing them also, but there's something about going and looking at a house with an owner, and they can tell you everything about it and how much it's meant and all the memories that they have in this home, and it's just so warming.
Have you ever had anybody get emotional that's been there for a long time when it's time to sell?
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Well, I cry
Stop
right along
crying.
with them. No, that would be you. Me? Oh,
I would
it's
never.
okay.
I could never be an agent. It
Why?
would drive me crazy. It'd drive me crazy. But so if somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I need a real estate agent," and they want to sell their house, how does that first conversation go?
It's like, why are you moving first? That's my standard question. So I get to know them, basically. If I don't already know them, then I get to know them and why they're moving and what the circumstances is behind it. And then, are they looking to upgrade? Are they looking to go smaller? And so it's like one question leads to another. And so with that, it is, there's a whole long questions to ask. And so it just basically starts with getting to know them. And
would you rather meet your clients for the first time in person or on the phone?
prefer in person.
In person? Okay.
Yeah.
And do you consider your real estate clients to become friends of yours?
I really hope so. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So let's talk a little bit about, you've been an agent for, I guess, 12 years now.
yes.
Up to this point, before you met me, how
Yes.
did you generate leads?
The old-fashioned way. I
Referrals.
knocked on doors.
You knocked on doors.
I did.
Okay, wow, really? Did you ever do any cold calling?
I can't say I did. Again, I like to be in person with a person or a family or whatever. Cold calling,
You literally knocked on people's doors?
I did.
And asked them, hey, you want to sell your house?
basically.
Basically.
I had a script, or I would like
Okay.
to say maybe I had I had what I knew what I was going to say, but it never went that way.
Of course not.
No. So it was just, whatever it led, that's the way I.
And did you like doing that? Not like doing that? Did it lead to contracts?
It led to 2 contracts, which was really awesome. And then
2 door knocking, 2 contracts over the last 12 years?
no,
Okay,
it was
well, I'm trying to put this in perspective.
short period of time. When I
Okay.
first started,
Yeah.
that was 12 years ago.
Okay.
And so I took off work for 2 or 3 months. And what I was trying to do was build the business. And that was great, except for me, when I went in the air, there are long periods of time that obviously I couldn't be on the phone. And so it worried me that my clients wouldn't have all the knowledge, answers, or anything like that. So it was, in the beginning I tried to generate, and I did, but then it got to the point to where I just didn't feel comfortable leaving my clients on their own, what I thought.
While you were in the air.
Yeah, and so I just kind of put it on pause until now.
And how long ago was that when you put it on pause?
Probably, well, I've never put it on a hard pause because I would do it for my children. I did it for friends.
But I mean, actively seeking out new leads.
Probably about a year after I started.
Really? So you were basically dormant for 10 years?
Basically.
Okay.
But I didn't, if the opportunity presented itself, I would definitely help whoever.
Yeah. And then you decided to get into it full time because of COVID, and you took the severance package or whatever they
Well,
are.
this is a dream of mine. So
to do real estate.
That's right. And so I did to pay the bills, I flew. So that's what I did. So now I still have to pay bills, but it's not like that. So now I'm living my dream of being a real estate agent. So I'm very excited about that part of it.
Going forward, now that you're doing it full time and you're living your dream, what are the things that you want to do to market your business?
Well, there's a lot I don't know, and that's where you came in.
Right.
And so I would want to get my name out there the best way that people relate to the best. And what do? They're on their phones and on computers or whatever. And
so what medium are you going to be using in the future? Go ahead and tell the whole world so I'll have video evidence.
Well, you're helping a lot by giving me orders of what I should do in...
I'm not a drill sergeant.
No, but order means 1, 2, 3, you know, and that. So, what was the question now?
What's the medium that you're going to be using to get yourself out there?
Well, today I learned about Google Business.
Okay.
And then...
But you were talking about phones and computers and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like Facebook, Instagram.
What's going to go on those?
Be more specific.
I'm asking you to be more specific. Video.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Right. So, video is the number one way to market anything today.
That's right.
Okay.
See?
Even though we talked for 3 hours about Google My Business today, videos.
Well, that's on the brain right now.
Yeah. So video. Are you on social media?
I am.
What platforms are you on?
I am. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, but it's not complete what I need to be on. What you told me.
You also need to be on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Google My Business.
That's right.
And
I'm working
towards
that.
Well, you hadn't gone home yet since the class, so you haven't got your Google My Business thing up
No.
yet. I understand. Do you have a website yet?
I think I do through Compass, but I have not taken advantage of it. That's the first thing. When you were talking about a website today, I wrote it down, and that's what I need.
Yeah.
I've seen other websites that the other agents have, but I'm not sure if Compass does it or if they got someone to do it for them.
Well, when you figure out what the answer to that question is, let me know, because I got somebody that can help you if you need it.
Yeah, that's what you said today.
Website, social media, video, Google My Business, something you haven't brought up yet, CRM.
Yes. I honestly have never had a CRM, and so you are teaching me, right, about that, the importance of that, and also how it will work and send out things and help.
Drip campaigns, reminder emails.
Right.
So you can stay top of mind. And then the last thing is that I don't know if we've talked about yet, or I can't remember if we've done farming.
Yes, you helped me with that also. And as a matter of fact, I looked in my page today or yesterday, and it said for the farming that I'm doing, and then that's an area that you try to become the number one agent in.
The expert, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so with that, the way I don't know, is it called algorithm or whatever, on Compass, it said you have 92 that could buy or sell in the next 6 or 8 months. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to get on that.
That's from Compass?
Mm-hmm.
So I offer the same thing.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what I saw, and we talked about you showing me another one.
Yeah, well, okay, what to do with that and everything. So, yeah, and then you got getting involved with the neighborhood, getting involved with the local businesses around the neighborhood that you want to be the expert, door knocking, leaving gifts and stuff on the doors, passing out Halloween candy on Halloween, which was yesterday.
Yes.
Things like that. So, so all these things you're going to eventually start getting into.
Correct.
Do you have Oh, I know you do, because you got so excited one day. What's the name of your company?
Oh my gosh.
See, she's already excited. What's the name of your company? Tell everybody.
It's you tell them.
No. Stewart Title. You go.
City and Coast Realty.
There you go. City and Coast Realty. I helped her come up with the name.
Yes.
And we designed the logo.
You designed it.
Well,
but no, we did it together.
We did it together.
We did.
And I literally thought that she was going to hyperventilate all the way out the door. She was so excited that day that she had a company name and a logo, and she was just beside herself.
I was, because it's the dream that's coming true.
Yeah,
I mean, when there's
things together.
actually a what I called a brand. There
exactly.
is, that's mine. I can use it now, and I've
it's
seen
nobody
it.
else's. It's just yours.
Right, and I've seen it. Other agents do it, and it was a major step for me, and so that's why I was so excited.
So you guys will be seeing her brand and her in the marketplace in the near future, marketing her business, putting her face, putting herself out there, social media, video, Google, the whole 9 yards. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you if they need a real estate for your City and Coast, right?
Yes.
So what area of Houston or where you're at do you like to operate? Are you the expert? City and Coast, I'm assuming, implies the Gulf Coast.
Correct.
So does that mean Galveston, Sal Padre, all the above?
It's Galveston, Surfside, all the way to Sargent.
Okay. That doesn't mean that she won't help you if you need to buy or sell in Houston,
Correct.
but this is where she specializes. So somebody needs a real estate agent with you. Tell them how to get a hold of you. Phone number and email address.
My phone number is 832-454-9665. And my email is my name, Kim McCormick, @compass.com.
Awesome. So you guys, she might be just getting back into real estate full time, but she's been around doing this for 12 years. She knows what she's doing. She's a bundle of energy. So you're going to have fun if you need a real estate agent, especially on the Gulf Coast. Give her a call. What's the phone number one more time?
832-454-9665.
Well, thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Kevin, you're such an angel.
I'm glad you showed up.
What? I had no qualms about coming here.
All right.
It's always a pleasure.
We're going to take a quick break and come back with segment number 2 of Kevin's Corner Real Estate Marketing from a marketing perspective with NRL Mortgage. Be right back. So bye.
Bye.